This is the Boston Celtics news feed on CLNS. Today is Wednesday, May 3rd, 2017. This is Mike Walsh reporting for CLNS, the leading online provider of audiovisual coverage for the Boston Celtics. Has it soaked in yet, Celtics fans? Tuesday night brought an incredible display of competitive basketball and ultimately saw the Boston Celtics build a 2-0 series lead on the Washington Wizards. Isaiah Thomas had an outright absurd night, going for 53 points to counter John Wall's 40 and 13 assists to help the Celtics hang on to a 129-110 win in overtime. Thomas's performance included 9 points in overtime. The Wizards had just 5 as a team and 20 in the fourth quarter. That ties him with LeBron James and Nate Robinson for the most points scored in a fourth quarter and overtime of a playoff game in the last 20 years. That coming from ESPN's Stats and Information. Thomas also became the first player under 6 feet tall to score 50 in a playoff game. Isaiah's 53 were the most points scored in a postseason game since Allen Iverson dropped 55 in 2003. The performance, which was legendary in its own right, was only more meaningful to Thomas because of the date. May 2nd is the birthday of his younger sister, China. Had she not tragically died in a car accident a couple weeks ago, China would have been 23 years old yesterday. James, who had the night off in between Cleveland-Toronto games, commented on what he witnessed to ESPN's Dave McMiniman. Quote, "I believe that she was just looking upon him, looking down on him and giving him everything and more. I saw watching the game, at no point was he going to get tired. I just think she was looking down on him and just giving him any extra motivation, any little touch, any little spring," end quote. Commenting on that and Thomas's pre-game dental procedure to fix a tooth that was knocked out in Game 1, Brad Stevens added during his post-game presser, quote, "What else is there to say? There was a point today when he wasn't feeling good at all, having a tough day. I thought he was going to really have to gut this one out. He not only guts it out, but puts up 50. It's pretty impressive," end quote. For the Wizards, Markieff Morris didn't look 100% on his sprained ankle, but that didn't stop him from having an impact. The big man played 27 minutes, going for 16 points and 6 boards. He also tossed Al Horford into the cameramen in the first quarter, drawing a foul call. Morris partially blames Horford, whose foot caused his injury. Morris was also issued a technical along with Isaiah Thomas for a verbal altercation the two got into later in the game. In the night's second conference semifinal, the Golden State Warriors spread it around in a 106-94 Game 1 victory over the Utah Jazz. Steph Curry led the way with 22 points despite hitting just 1 3-pointer. The Warriors managed to hold Gordon Hayward to 12 points on 4 of 15 shooting. The Celtics and Wizards have Wednesday off before Game 3 Thursday night. The NBA will have 2 other playoff games this evening, including the Toronto Raptors looking to even up their semifinal with the Cleveland Cavaliers at a game apiece at 7 p.m. Eastern. The San Antonio Spurs will look to do the same against the Houston Rockets following that, with both games airing on TNT. Starting with tomorrow's Game 3, CLNS is hitting the road down to the nation's capital for the Eastern Conference semifinals. Follow along with video of all pre- and post-game press conferences, as well as the Garden Report, straight from the floor of the Verizon Center on our YouTube page at youtube.com/CLNSmedia. Remember the changeover, guys. That's youtube.com/CLNSmedia. Also be sure to stay tuned to Josue Pavone's pregame show tomorrow morning here on the Celtics Newsfeed powered by CLNS. CLNS Newsfeed is also being powered by the SeatGeek ticketing app, the smartest and easiest way to buy and sell sports and concert tickets. Get a $20 rebate on your first purchase by downloading the free SeatGeek app to your phone. Just go to the Settings tab, click Add a Promo Code, and enter our code CELTSNEWS, that's CELTS News, all one word, for a $20 rebate, and so SeatGeek knows who sent you. To stay up to speed on the 17-time world champions, follow CLNSradio.com on Twitter at CLNSmedia, and be sure to subscribe to the Celtics Newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network's mobile podcast app. This has been Mike Walsh for Celtics Newsfeed.